Hello everyone, I hope that this video finds you well. Hope that everyone's staying happy and healthy and safe. So today I'd want to go over some stuff about IFR, specifically IFR airworthiness for our aircraft. So first, before I get into the thick of things, I know that some people might get confused when I start to touch upon the VFR stuff, but it's important to remember that the IFR starts with VFR first, because everything that is necessary for IFR on the top of the list is VFR included. So you include everything from VFR and then you continue on with the other IFR necessities or things that you need. So the first category I like to break it down into is the documents. So you're gonna need your external data plate, your airworthiness certificate, your registration certificate, your radio license if you're not flying in the United States, and then your operating handbook, or the POH as many people call it, and the weight and balance for the aircraft, the official weight and balance that's located in the POH. You also need a compass deviation card as one of your documents that would be necessary for your IFR certification, or rather IFR airworthiness. Next would be your inspections. Now your inspections are very extensive, but they're necessary. So you have your annual 12-month inspection. With Cessnas and a lot of flight schools who have aircraft such as Cessna, they do phase inspections. So instead of an annual 3-month, it would be a phase 3 or 600-hour inspection. Then you'd also need your 100-hour inspection. Now that would be a phase 1 for some Cessnas or other flight schools that use a phasing program for their aircraft. But other people who don't have a phasing program, who own or operate or want to fly an aircraft, they need a 100-hour inspection. This is via 91409. Lastly, you need your VOR equipment check, and this must be within 30 days of your IFR flight for it to be airworthy. This is part of FAR 91-171. Next, you have the ELT battery that needs to be inspected once every 12 months, or if you've used it for more than 1 or more contiguous hours, or if it's been half the life of the battery spent. Next, the actual ELT device, that would be 12 months as well. And next would be the altimeter or pitot-static system. So the altimeter, transponder, and the static system and encoder, those are all going to be 24 months. That's a part of FAR 91-411, and those would be inspected 24 months from at the end of the month, 24 calendar months would be at the last day of the 24 months that it would need to be inspected. Next, let's go through 91-205. Many of you guys know, if you guys are private pilots already, you guys have already heard of A tomato flames and flaps. So A tomato flames is a great acronym to remember the things that you need for VFR day flight. So that would be anti-collision lights, tachometer, oil pressure gauges, manifold pressure, airspeed indicator, temperature gauge, oil, temperature, fuel quantity, landing gear position lights, altimeter, magnetic compass, ELT, and safety belts. Now for the VFR flight, you're going to need all the day requirements for VFR flight, but then you need your flaps. So the flaps acronym stands for fuses, landing gear lights, anti-collision lights, position indicator lights, and source of energy, which makes sense because flaps, or this acronym for VFR night, includes everything, actually everything included with electricity. So you need a source of electricity. That's why source of electricity is the last thing, because it's all electrical components that are necessary for the night flight. And now we get into the IFR necessities. And like I said, first and foremost, it's going to be all the day VFR requirements and all the night VFR requirements. This is part of FAR 91-205, subsection D. And that'd be all day VFR and night requirements, like I said. All day and night VFR equipment, like I said. Generator and or alternator. The rate of turn indicator, attitude indicator, ball, slip skid indicator, clock with a second hand, Altimeter, radio equipment, directional gyro, and DME if you're flying above flight level 240.